what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something called a think aloud. So I'm going to teach you how I would think through this problem, and then I'm going to want you guys to contribute to the conversation about how you thought through your own problem. Okay, if I were to get this problem, I would first read the problem. So I would say, Samantha received an allowance of $3 every week. By babysitting, she earned an additional $30 every week. How much money did Samantha have in 4 weeks, combining her allowance and her babysitting? Okay, I think that there's a lot going on in this problem. Give me a me too if you agree. I think that there's going to be more than one step in this problem. I need to figure out what those 2 steps are going to be, so let me reread. Samantha received an allowance of $3 every week. That's important, so I'm going to underline it. I like that I see some students underlining as I'm talking. That's a great idea. By babysitting, she earned an additional $30 every week. There's a word in there that I'm not quite sure I know. The word additional. That seems to be an important word. Does anyone think they can help me figure out what additional means? What does additional mean? Alani? Maybe add. I do see the root word add in there. What do you think, Daniel? More? Okay, so by babysitting she earned like an extra $30 every week. Give me a me too if you think extra could go in there. An extra $30 each week. So this looks like the first part. She had an allowance of $3 and then she got an extra $30 every week. Can I use that information to figure out how much money she got per week? Can I use that information to figure out how much money she got per week? Zindel, how can I use that info to figure out how much she got per week? I don't know if I personally don't think I need to make a no need to know chart. I know she started with $3 every week. And then by babysitting, she earned an extra $30 every week. If she had $3 and then she gets an extra $30, how do we figure out how much she got per week or in 1 week? I disagree with the multiplication. I'm just here right now. I'm not looking at the whole problem. I'm just in this circle. Just addition. And what am I going to add? 30 plus 3. And I'm going to get 33 ducks. 33 ducks? $33. Give me a me too if you got that step correct. Give me a me too if you got that step correct. I see lots of me too's. That makes me happy. Okay. I'm going to move on. I figured out how much she got per week. The next sentence says, how much money did Samantha have in 4 weeks? I think 4 weeks is important, so I'm going to put a box around 4 weeks, combining her allowance and her babysitting. Okay, there's a lot of big words in that sentence too, so let's take a look. How much money did Samantha have in 4 weeks? I'm just going to make a little title, in 4 weeks over here. Combining her allowance and her babysitting. Now, allowance is a big word. Does anyone know what an allowance is? Does anyone know what an allowance is? 7? It's money, right? And why might you get an allowance? What might you have to do in order for you to have an allowance? Go ahead. What? Yeah, go ahead, teacher.
For allowance, you can do chores like clean the bathroom.
Okay, so some people's parents might let them do chores like clean the bathroom or whatnot in order to get an allowance. If we didn't know what that word allowance meant, could we have still solved this problem?
Yes.
Ooh, wait, stop. I'll try that again. If I didn't know what this word allowance meant, could I have still solved this problem? And I love that people are giving me a silent me too now. If you want to tell us why, raise your hand. Yes, Bailey? It's irrelevant information. The relevant part is that she gets $3 every week, right? The relevant part is that she got $3 every week. No, for the allowance. So even if we don't know what the allowance is, We know that she got $3 per week, correct? Okay. Now, I also see the word combining in this next sentence. How much money did Samantha have in 4 weeks combining her allowance and her babysitting? Now, I might not know what the word combining is, but combining, I think, is a really important word. What is combining telling us to do? How much money did Samantha have in 4 weeks combining her allowance and her babysitting? What is it telling us to do? We kind of already did it here. What did that word combining tell us to do? I'm going to wait for a couple more hands to pop up. Jakaya. Bring them together. We're going to combine them. We're going to put them together. David, please pop your head up, my friend. Thank you. Okay, so David, if I'm trying to figure out how much money Samantha earned in 4 weeks, and I know that she earned $33 per 1 week, what can I do? Yes, David. Three times 4? I respectfully disagree. There's $33 per 1 week. She earned $33 in 1 week. So how many did she earn in 4 weeks? 33, and what do I do with 33? I'm going to wait until the humming stops, please. I'm going to wait until the humming stops, please. No, you're not raising your hand, you're listening to David. David, 33, how do I get from 33 to the answer? How much did she have in 4 weeks? 33 is the amount for 1 week. Would you like to phone a friend? Chrissy, go ahead. I agree, and I love that I see lots of people participating in the lesson by agreeing with you. So I love that I see lots of people participating in the lesson by agreeing with Chrissy. So I'm going to do this really quick. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times another 3 is 12, but I have this one up here, so it becomes 13. I'm going to write a sentence. Samantha made $132 in 4 weeks. Give me a silent thumbs up if you knew how to do this before I showed you. Give me a silent thumbs up if you knew how to do this before I showed you. Give me a thumbs up if you get it now. I should have everyone's thumb up in the air. Give me a thumbs up if you get it now. I'm going to wait because I have 1, 2, 3 people not doing what I need them to do. Give me a thumbs up if you get it. Okay, we